In the last few months, the United States has faced lots of devastation and lots of destruction has been done. Thousands of homes have been destroyed and even more people have been affected negatively. The reason for this being is hurricanes and tropical storms. Storms like we've never seen before. Many people thought that they were prepared for this, but they could not expect what was coming next. The main areas that were affected by the storm were Florida, Houston, Texas, and Puerto Rico. This right here is an example of a tropical storm or a hurricane. You can see all of the wind and rain blowing around. So let's start off with Texas. On August 25th, Hurricane Harvey landed near the Texas Gulf Coast. In this storm, the winds were as strong as 130 miles per hour, and this made it a Category 4 storm. This was the first major hurricane in the United States since Wilma struck Florida in 2005. The rainfall from this storm, 61 inches. Wind and rain caused this storm to be one of the most devastating storms in U.S. history. The damage cost the city of Houston multiple billions of dollars. The death toll was 82, and the amount of damaged homes was over 275,000. Right here, you can see just how devastated the city of Houston was and exactly how flooded the roads got. This 61 inches of rain really had a negative effect on the whole city. And right here you can just see how the roads were just completely flooded. Families were left without food and shelter and nowhere to go. Even though there was numerous rescue teams, the amount of people that needed help far outnumbered the people that were trying to help. This resulted in lots of people having nowhere to go. Even today, 2 months after the storm, there are still thousands of families that need help, shelter, food, and just help in general. Now let's move on to Puerto Rico. On September 20th, Hurricane Maria, a powerful Category 4 hurricane with winds 150 miles per hour, made direct contact with Puerto Rico. This is the 5th strongest storm ever to form in the United States. And you can clearly see by the destruction that this is pretty obvious. The storm is estimated to cost Puerto Rico between $45 to $90 million. The storm ended up knocking out 80% of Puerto Rico's electricity and power, and even 1 month later, a majority of the country still does not have any power. It is expected for it to take anywhere between 4 to 6 months to restore the power in the country. Along with no power, they are facing a problem of not much water. When there's no power, there's not a way to get water to a lot of these people in their houses. It's estimated that 66 people have been reported dead and thousands of people have had their homes destroyed. Right here you can see an exact picture of Hurricane Maria and directly over Puerto Rico, which is right underneath of it. It shows exactly how it traveled right through the center of the country. Although a lot of us may not have been affected by the storms, and we might not have known anyone directly that's been affected by the storms, we have to realize that these people need our help. Now, these people aren't just any ordinary people. These are people that are from the same country as us. They're Americans. And I hope that you feel the same way as I do, that you feel we face some type of responsibility to help these people out that are in need. This is where I'm going to point you in the direction of UNICEF, or the United Nations Children's Fund. UNICEF was originally established in 1946 to provide emergency food and health care to children in countries that were devastated in World War II. UNICEF is one of the most well-known charities in the world, along the sides of Red Cross. Currently, after the recent tragedies that I've just discussed, UNICEF has been collecting donations for the following cities: Houston and Puerto Rico, the country of Puerto Rico as a whole. They have a specific page for Puerto Rico victims and a specific page for Hurricane Harvey victims. While researching charities to donate to, there was a lot, but a lot of them I was skeptical about because sometimes charities